There is something that old witches know that new witches don't, that is essential to casting a spell and having it work. You don't often see this part of the spell work being demonstrated online or even written about in modern books. It's not about the herbs, it's not about the candles, not about the intention or the moon phase or the days of the week or any of that. And it's actually probably one of the most important parts of casting a spell. It's the missing part. It is the animating act and the choreography of drawing in power. You can have the recipe, you can have the candles, you can have the herbs, you can have all the tools, but all of those things are just props on a stage. If the witch herself is not moving or animating in some way to draw in the power, it's nothing. A lot of the times you're going to hear, what is witchcraft? What is magic? It is the manipulation of energy. It is the working with unseen forces. The trick is you have to call the energy, you have to collect the energy, you have to summon the energy first. And a lot of the times we're not doing that. I'm not seeing it happen. Let's get a little sciencey for a second. First, we know that the laws of physics, energy cannot be created or destroyed. So when you are casting a spell, you are the energy. There are a few ways we can generate this energy when casting a spell. The first is through movement. Dancing, swaying, clapping, moving. Every gesture, or breath, or movement actually creates measurable energy in the air. Same way if somebody was behind you and you didn't see them, you could sense them there, feel their energy. You can also take that kinetic energy and turn it into thermal energy. For example, when you rub your hands together or when you rub something to create static. It's you literally creating heat out of motion. And it is also pure energy conversion. So if we're casting a spell, we need to be moving during the act. So again, rubbing your hands together. A lot of the times I'll go like this several times throughout a spell. I'll rub my hands together. Sometimes I will run that around my body. Sometimes I will push that energy out. Like you see the people doing the Reiki on here. I'm not a Reiki person, but the movements help. You also have to get past feeling stupid while you're doing it. You might look stupid. Guess what? If nobody's around, who cares? So you could be doing things with your hands. You could be, moving your body around, dancing. You could be swaying. If you've ever seen the Orthodox Jews praying, they're usually rocking back and forth. I believe it's called shuckling, and it is a way to keep the mind and the body engaged in the act. See that same kind of rhythmic motion throughout different cultures. I mean, even the Pentecostals do it. Generating power from movement and kinetic energy and also friction and heat. Need those two things. But there's also the aspect of sound where the music comes in. It could be a drum, it could be something on Spotify that you're listening to, it could be a chant that you're saying, but it is something that is creating that vocal resonance, again, that is creating power and drawing in power and just creating this whole kind of wave of mystical energy that you need to cast the spell. Talked about breath before and how your breath is your essence, your voice is your essence, and the sound that you can generate or connect with is going to give you more power when casting a spell. You are literally electromechanical while you are emanating sound. If you have ever been to a concert, for example, and it's a big artist and everybody in the audience knows the words and they are singing the words together and they are dancing together, you feel that energy in the air. That is the energy you need for your spell work. The second component of the spell is the opposite. You want the stillness. It's when your kinetic energy drops down to 0. But that doesn't mean that your body itself is not still creating energy. And in this stage, stillness is not passive, it's not doing nothing, but it's receptive. So after you've kind of generated all of this energy and stirred up, all of the magic around you, when the stillness happens is when you are directing it, absorbing it, and giving it purpose. You can have all the fancy herbs in the world, you can have all the crystals in the world, but if you don't have that motion plus stillness while casting a spell, you are not completing the circuit. Your magic doesn't know what to do. Maybe you haven't even drawn enough energy to manifest any kind of working in the first place. People say intention is everything. What is really important is not the intention of the spell. It is the intention of the practitioner, their movement, and how they are going to conduct the spell that is really important. You need to be moving with intention, sounding with intention, listening with intention. That is where the intention comes in. Anyways, that's the part I see missing all the time online and in books, especially modern books. I don't know, they talked about it a little more in the 70s and 80s, I feel like. In the 90s, I don't know, there seems to be just a lack of emphasis on the movement. So get moving, witches.